Hi guys, hope everybody's doing okay today.
Hi everyone.
It's Canada Day, which, normally, well, it's a different sort of Canada Day. In previous years, we have had Canada Day bunny ears and hats and stuff, but we can't go out and really celebrate or do much. No fireworks. So it's kind of an anticlimactic sort of Canada Day, but we've been having fun spending time together.
Yeah, now you've had a busy day.
I've had a busy day. Oh, but I'll tell you why I had a busy day. Melissa didn't see me a little bit this morning, and now look, she's drinking wine. That's what kind of day she's had. Meanwhile, I've been out running errands.
Oh, wow. What are you saying about my day?
I don't know. You having a glass of wine to be able to put up with me and all the things I do? Possibly. So if you watched my last video, this all happened in the last couple days. This is pretty well up to speed. 2 days ago, we're having dinner. We'd ordered pizza. We're watching a movie with the kids, kind of having like a picnic in our own house. And we get a knock at the door. Actually, he rang the doorbell. So it went ding dong, like doorbells do.
This is going to be one of those stories.
Yeah. Well, this is kind of what happened. I had completely forgotten that I had asked Derek, who we went and visited about a month or two ago, who does the Witcher cosplay, that Derek. We had an arrangement for me to buy all the rest of his military stuff, so I completely forgot.
I didn't know that's where it came from.
Yeah, that was Derek.
This whole time.
I wish I should have superimposed the shot of him doing the Witcher, bum bum bam, and then like zoomed in on him so people. Anyway, so he does Witcher cosplay and he travels all around. He can't travel around and do that right now either. All of the cosplay sort of events have been canceled, so even people who do that kind of stuff, they're bummed out. The world is different. Anyway, he bought a boat.
Oh my gosh.
But he did what I do a lot of the times. He bought something he couldn't afford to buy. So he bought a boat and then he owed the guy money on it while he was holding it. Anyway, he phoned me up and he said, can you buy all this military stuff I got because I got to pay off this boat? And at first I said no because it was a lot of stuff. It was like an entire shed full of military stuff. And anyway, I ended up buying it. It showed up. If you watch the video, it was an amazing amount of stuff, a lot of stuff, webbing. Oh, thank you, Janet. Thank you very much. Janet Lance says hello. She says we're a darling couple.
Hey, thanks, Janet.
Yeah, thank you. So anyway, we're eating dinner. Back to the story. We're eating dinner. Bing dong. Doorbell rings. Oh, hey, Derek. And he's got a trailer there. So I run out, leave, my half-eaten piece of pizza upstairs. I kind of stuffed a bunch of stuff in my face. So I was like, it was more like this. And I was like eating the last of my dinner. And we offloaded the trailer. Had my friend Darren come by, who's currently, he didn't appear on camera. He's still in the military, so he kind of didn't want to be on camera. Darren is a customer and friend of ours. So he offered to come over and help show me what some of the stuff was. Because as much as I peg myself as being a good generalist. Like I can tell to look on a helmet for a certain type of date and see if it's World War I or World War II or whatever. But I don't know. There's a lot of stuff I don't know. Like the flight suit that was in with that batch was in fact a high altitude suit that was used by it was part of the astronaut space program even, but it was high altitude flight suit. Anyway, so Derek offloaded everything. Meanwhile, Melissa's looking out and she didn't look in the garage until later. What did I say to you again?
He says, did you see what I bought? I'm like, no.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Justin.
I said, what did you buy? And he's like, first, let me just tell you, I've got a plan. So whenever Alexander says something like that, it means that if I go down to the basement or the garage, there won't be walking room, there will only be stuff. But I mean, I never have a reaction because I just assume my garage is full of stuff that's coming in. I mean, it goes right away as well, but
yeah.
But it's always a little nerve-wracking when I hear a tow truck backing up, or Alexander says, "Don't worry, I have a plan."
Well,
I mean, I'm never worried, but that makes me feel like he might be worried, and he's like talking himself into it.
I was a little bit concerned because of the vast quantity of stuff. It filled up the entire double car garage out front. It was completely full. Needless to say, we figured things out. We had a person that we knew and who we deal with is also an antique dealer. I was able to not only make more than my money back, but also end up with some really cool stuff in trade. So it was all gone and done within 20. Excuse me, hiccups. I must be.
Alexander has water.
I'm having water. and I got the hiccups from that. But I had 24 hours was all gone, and now my garage is empty again. So that was a fair bit of stress, but I would say that Derek, who I bought it from, is relieved that it's out of his shed, and I am relieved that it's out of my place, and the guy I sold it to.
Relieved that he got it.
It's his problem now. No, if he's watching, he watches these sometimes. I actually hope you do very well with it.
Yeah, I think he's gonna do really well.
Yeah,
with it.
he's a dealer at one of the antique malls in town.
And he knows what he's doing.
He does, so he'll have inventory for a really long time. Yeah. I'm very fortunate that I have a store and people approach me with big offers like this. But if you're an antique dealer and you don't have a store, you have to rely on people like myself to kind of approach you with these items. So he'll have inventory for a really long time. But I'm glad. I'm relieved that it's gone and done with.
Swallow 10 times while holding your breath.
But my hiccups are gone. This not like when I went to Niagara Falls and I had the hiccups.
That
Poor
was
Adam.
the most insane thing ever.
I flew out to Ontario to go visit our friend Adam.
I forgot that was the same trip.
That was the same trip. So Adam invites me out to go to a Christmas party with him and his friends and his loved ones. And it's the first time I'm meeting a lot of his family out there. I've only met Adam, so it's the first time meeting. And what's the impression? I showed up in my over-the-top, really loud red blazer with my crazy and a bow tie I think I had on. And I had the hiccups nonstop, so they're probably like, this guy's nuts.
I don't think they thought that in a million years.
Oh no, they probably thought that. But I was trying to have a conversation.
Oh
Hiccup.
no, they thought that.
The worst part was, so I got invited to this house party and they said, we brought a guitar so you could sing us a song. I said, I can't do that today. I'm sorry. And I'm hiccuping the whole time.
That was weird. I've never seen anybody get the hiccups like that in my life. Like it was like that. I thought he was faking it at first, but it was like bringing tears to his eyes and having problems breathing. Like it was affecting his breathing. I've never witnessed that in my life. And it lasted for longer than a day. Like it was days later when it would still flare up.
It was like 4 or 5 days later. And what gave me the hiccups, we were descending. Oh, thank you, Vera. Thank you very much. Hiccups again. Yeah, I was descending on the airplane. We were landing into Ontario. And the lady on the airplane said, would you like some ginger? It wasn't just some random lady. She worked there. It wasn't like somebody didn't turn around their seat and be like, try this. It's open. It's not toxic. It was somebody who actually worked for the airline. Well, if they would have had that voice, I don't know, I probably would have passed on it. If you had a stewardess that looked like the Wicked Witch of the West offering you food, try this apple. Wow. Anyway, it was a normal person offering me a normal drink. But whatever it was, the combination of drinking the ginger ale and descending at the same time, I got the hiccups. And it was so loud on the airplane, people were like turning around and looking at me. Man, anyway.
Dave said... does he go by Dave or David for Nitrous Diecast?
Dave. I think it's Dave.
The first time I saw the ambulance, I thought it was a weirdo's car. LOL.
Hey, it is a weirdo's car. I'm okay with that.
At least now you know for sure.
There's only a couple people in this world that drive retired ambulances. Somebody who is like, bought it directly from an auction and they're just using it as a construction vehicle. You see that every once in a while. Funny thing is, we went to Home Depot and I had my ambulance there, and 2 doors over, there's this young guy who kind of looked like Dakota.
Oh yeah, Dave.
Yeah, he looked like Dakota, and he was loading up the back of his ambulance, which was like a newer style. And I'm like, they make pretty good trucks, don't they? As I'm loading plywood into mine, and he's loading plywood into his. He's like, yeah! So it's out there in Edmonton, somebody's driving a much newer ambulance and using it as their vehicle too. But anyway, yeah, it is a weirdo's car, possibly.
Happy birthday, William. I didn't see the message, but I see Bandana Grandma saying happy birthday. So.
Okay, I'm going to answer a few questions. I've answered this before, but because there's somebody asking about it now, the Airstream trailer series I was doing, we polished it and we're fixing it up, and we got the Airstream all fixed up and basically halfway done. I got most of it polished, and then what happened was that somebody wanted to buy it, and they wanted to buy it right at the time that the Potter's House came available for me to buy. So with the money from the Airstream, we ended up buying the Potter's House. That's what happened in the Airstream. The Alfa Romeo was sold. I sold it on, I can't remember where I sold it. Sold on, I had it advertised on eBay, and then I had it advertised on Kijiji, and ended up selling locally. It went back to British Columbia. So the Alfa Romeo is gone, back to BC. Sometimes you end up seeing some things that are online, and they can sell in many different ways. Updates on the guitars have not not come across the guitars yet or had an update from the police as of yet, but I'm sure they're still working on it. So we shall see.
I know, no fireworks for us this year. Somebody said, what is Canada Day? That's 153 years ago. It's when we were declared a country. But we're actually, of course, Canada's older than 153 years, but I mean, the name Canada is 153 years.
Well, it was still referred to as Canada prior to that, but it's when we kind of got our independence, more or less. We were still just a Commonwealth. We're still part of the Commonwealth in 1867, but we weren't a colony, so to speak. Mm-hmm. Anyway, there was two different paths. Canada was like, U.S. was like, we're done with having a king, and Canada's like, nah, we're good. We're gonna stay kind of as things are.
I mean, but it's not like I don't know how much the Queen actually has.
The Queen, what does she do in England too?
She's on our money for sure.
I mean, she's got an awesome wave though. You have to admit, like that close-headed. Okay, we're gonna reconnect here. There we go. I think we're back. Yay! So Mac, thank you very much. Any news on the store extension? We are. Oh yeah, somebody keeps asking. We're married. Yes, we've been married for a really long time.
How long?
A really long time. Over 2 decades.
We were married.
16.
What year did we get married?
Oh my goodness. 2003?
Yeah, 3.
Oh man. Oh, I'm on the wedding spot. This is the worst. I'm horrible. It's not that I don't love my wife. It's that I'm horrible with dates. I'm horrible with dates.
17 years?
Yeah.
Is that right?
17 years. But we've been together for longer than that.
We started dating in 1996.
Yeah.
So.
Been a while.
Yep. It's been a while.
I have to answer her question about the building extension.
Yeah.
The cities are basically the folks of the city have not given me an update. I wrote them last week asking for an update. They haven't gotten back just yet. It's a holiday here today, so I doubt whether I'll hear something this week. But it should, they're allowing us to pour the patio portion. We're not able to put in the foundation or anything yet, but that'll at least give me the chance to start doing some landscaping up front. So this is what's happening. We still want to build the building. At some point, hopefully that'll happen. But we don't have permission for that yet. The city's trying to overcome the challenges with the fire hydrant thing. Anyway, that still hasn't happened. But patio should get poured. He's waiting for a day that is not raining to get out there. It's supposed to be any day now. Any day that they get a really dry day or a couple dry days, they're going to get out there and do that. So my hope is that Friday, it's supposed to be sunny and warm all day. Oh, thank you, Andrew, very much. Thank you so much. So it's supposed to be sunny and warm all day on Friday. And
well, there's a chance. It shows like raining nonstop for 2 weeks here. And Friday has like a less chance. So we might we're going to possibly hit the lake and just, cross our fingers and hope.
Melissa, you very kind to answer my question I asked a bit ago.
Thanks.
Oh, okay. You answered it?
I answered it.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. You didn't have to pay me for it.
So somebody keeps asking, how's the caddy? How's the caddy? The Cadillac sold. The Cadillac was great, but I'm enjoying the Buick. I've got a 56 Buick Special that I'm driving right now. I kind of only want to have fun surfer, sort of tropical kind of fun vehicles. The Cadillac was classy and refined, and it was a beautiful car. It got a lot of thumbs up.
Yeah.
But I already have a really big car. The ambulance is my massive vehicle, and that's pretty much all I need right now. The Buick is amazing. I still have the ambulance, and I have a lead on a station wagon, but we're still I'm debating what to do.
I didn't even know about the station wagon. I found out at the same time as you guys.
I have a lead. Yeah, it's because there's nothing firmed up yet, so we'll find out more if it actually happens. But let's see. What else is going on? Oh, I was talking about the patio. The patio, this is the plan. The cement gets poured. Once that's dry, I go and buy some trees and I put them along that wall.
Yep.
And then the other side is all flowers.
Yeah.
You know this.
Yeah, I know this.
Okay.
You're telling me like I don't.
But you're looking at me and you're like, I know. I'm like, I know you know. I'm telling it to you, but it's for the benefit of the people at home.
What, trees?
The people at home need to know. I'm giving them what they need to know. So people were asking. And then the old truck gets, I'm going to be a mime. I'm like Marcel Marceau. Not you, the truck.
Oh.
You have to be a truck.
No, I'm not being a truck.
No? Okay. What would a truck face look like? Okay, anyway, the truck gets pulled onto the patio. And then I can get some picnic tables and make it look really nice out there. And I want to get that wrapped up really soon because we still have, you know, good 2-3 months of decent weather. And why am I excited for this? Well, even though we can't build the building, I have decided that that is not going to slow me down from putting smiles on kids' faces in the neighborhood. And I'm proud to announce that as of Friday, we will be carrying ice cream at the store.
Yep.
Now, and it's not the scoop kind. It's not like I won't have the little white paper hat. I could buy one
too much
anyway.
work anyways.
If they're gonna give, yeah.
If Alexander's busy with a customer or anything, this way somebody can still help themselves.
Yeah. So what we're selling is we're selling novelties. Like when you see the ice cream truck drive up and down your street and they have rockets and twirls and twists and all the fun stuff. We're gonna be carrying all that kind of stuff. And the reason why I wanted the patio done right away is because it's gonna be a nice little place for people to sit and have fun. I'll pull a garbage can out there and really just give people in the neighborhood a place where they can come and visit and the kids can be safe and have a great time.
Vera, do you think there's any chance I don't embarrass the teenagers that come to my house? So most of those kids I worked
what was the question though?
She said, do you ever embarrass the teenagers in your house?
Oh.
So a lot of those kids I helped as a lunchroom supervisor in the elementary school. So a lot of those kids had me as their lunchroom supervisor. So they know me all too well. So now that I see them in junior high and high school, they know I'll still honk the horn, lean out the window and yell.
It's true.
They know.
They come to expect it. Yeah, that's right.
They called me their school mama. So I guess, I got to show them my love by embarrassing them.
Yeah, somebody was asking, what about the Mustang? Still have it. Somebody does want to trade me a different type of vehicle for it. I don't know. It's time for it to go. The more that I'm around the Mustang, the more that I actually like it, and that's dangerous because then I think, well, I could bring the sander over here and I could fix that, or I could bring my welder and weld some new metal. And so I see something that needs fixing and I want to fix it. I got it running. That was a really great start. And the engine sounds amazing. It sounds like a race car. I started, Dave, who's on Nitrous Diecast, he was over at the shop the other day with Bob, the bottle man.
Nitrous Diecast, Dave.
Should we call him Nitrous Dave?
Nitrous Dave.
But then it sounds like he's either fast or has really bad gas.
I don't know.
Nitrous Dave.
I don't know which one it is, Dave. I don't know you so well yet. But it is for sale. If you really like the Mustang, I'm just saying.
That's true. Anyway.
You could have it.
The Mustang is people don't get it. There's a lot of people watching, they see these things that I buy that look forlorn and they go, what a waste, you're crazy. And then you fix it up and they're like, oh, well, it's not so bad. I was told by so many people that Rolls-Royce that we're working on was just throw it away. It's a parts car. That's what everybody, like a lot, well, not everybody, clearly, but a lot of people wrote me and they said, you're wasting your time. That thing can't be saved. It's just a parts car. And it's basically done now. The Rolls-Royce, we're just waiting for them to get the brakes done. This will be next week and should be back here pretty soon. But the top is pretty well all on. It's a full running, driving, beautiful car again. So sometimes you have to look at the end picture. And I see that Mustang in the same way. I'm like, you kind of sand down those rust spots and prime it and fix that rust and the interior's not half bad. And before you know it, you've got yourself a really hot car because it's mean. Like you start that engine, it's like, whoa, what's going on? Did I start it for you? No?
Maybe. I don't know.
I might have. Melissa's not a car person.
Sounds like a car.
Yeah. No, it does not sound like a car. It sounds like a car. It's like if it was the Jekyll and Hyde car, which is like the.
As long as you don't start it in the garage, that's all I care about.
Yeah, like an LX Mustang is like
The Mustang? I heard it on.
No, it's not an LX. I'm saying.
But you mean starting
the
the Mustang?
Yeah. Wasn't it? Did I start it for you and the kids the other day?
You might have started it for the kids. I was doing something.
It's such a cool sounding car because you start it up and it's like.
Oh my
like
gosh!
That.
I'm guessing the neighbors like that.
Hey, that cleared all sorts of stuff down here, up and out of my mouth.
I can't even imagine, you guys. My first reaction would always be like, "What the heck is that?"
Anyway.
No.
Yeah. Somebody said, are the military helmets priced yet? You must not have watched to the end of the video if you're asking that, because everything's sold. I do have some helmets at the store, but everything that I got of that military thing, we sold it within 24 hours. It's all gone.
So oh wait, now I can't remember. Just wait.
Somebody said, you mean your car sounds like asthma? I have to work on and we call them 5-liter Mustangs. I'm sorry, I know it's a 302. I can talk American, and I can say it's a 302, but it's a 5-liter.
Most things we say, I think, similar. But
See,
there are
you
some
look
things.
when you see a Mustang at a
yeah.
car show in Canada, and this is Canada Day, so I'm gonna do this. When you see a car at a car show, you look to see what size of liter it has on the side of the engine. So 5.0, you're like, oh, that's a cool Mustang. It's got the big engine. Anyway, so that's what that one is. It's the big engine. It's a 302.
So somebody asked for being able to sell food in our store, as long as it is pre-packaged by a factory outside of our store, you don't need to have your food handling and safety license. So that's why we're also carrying pre-packaged ice cream. It has to, of course, be in a freezer, but because we're not making it, we don't actually need a license other than the license that we have.
Yeah. Pre-packaged foods are much different than if you're preparing foods or even scooping. So
yeah, as long as we're not touching the physical food that's inside that package, then you're fine.
Mm-hmm.
If we were to open it up though and put it on a plate, you need the license.
Yep. Yeah. So let's see. Talked about the Mustang. Rolls-Royce has really come along. The bumper isn't fixed on the car yet. I'm waiting for them. We were waiting for the top to get put on. She's about 90% done with the top. It has a top on the car again. It's on there. It's all stapled down and everything. If I went out in a rainstorm right now, the Rolls-Royce would survive. What needs to be finished on the Rolls on the top is a little bit of trim on the top that covers the staples and a little bit of trim around the back that covers the staples. So we're just, she's taking a bit of a hiatus from that while they work on the brakes, but it's coming along, but it's not done yet. As soon as that car is out of that shop, it can go over to the paint shop and get the bumper and everything fixed on it.
So I'm not encouraging drinking, but I am having a Behringer. It's a rosé of some sort. I don't think it's a Zinfandel or...
Yeah,
Wait,
it's
something.
it's a summer kind of wine.
It's sweet. It's a sweet drink. And oh no, now I forgot the question. So I don't know if you guys do this when you have to remember something and you're waiting to be able to remember. I know sign language for the alphabet, so I'll hold the letter and then try to remember. And it's holding the D, no clue why.
Amanda is asking, what's happening with the Chevy truck? Still a garden feature? That's it's kind of more than a garden feature, I guess, because. Amanda, the truck is, for all intents and purposes, could be a usable vehicle without much effort. Yeah. It doesn't really need a whole lot. I could probably get it into a shop and have it running probably by the weekend, or I could, if I had help from someone, we could probably pull the starter, put a new one in. Anyway, it's not far off from being a running truck, but being a drivable, insurable truck, that's a different story. Then you're talking tires and brakes and windshield and working wipers and all the other stuff.
Probably needs an out of province, which is awful.
Yeah, so basically it has to be, so I'm not going to put the money into the truck. I am going to park it on the new cement pad, and it is going to be sort of an art piece display feature for the front of the store. But, it is actually a decent vehicle,
We offered that, didn't we?
Josh doesn't need an Advil, I don't think. Or if he needs that, I think I offered it to him. But
yeah.
Yeah.
If not, we get them.
So some people often say, like, why do you turn things over so quickly? Or people will call us and they'll say, I can't believe you sold that.
It's because we're a business, you guys.
No, well, I mean, sold it that fast, because they'll watch one of our videos and they'll email me a few days later and it'll already be gone. I don't like sitting around on things for too long. My business, yes, I could have made probably triple the amount of money on that military stuff if I would have sold it myself over time. But square footage also costs you money.
Yeah. Storing
it or displaying it, every square foot of your store, every bit of shelving that you have costs. We'll see if we can get it back up.
I think we're back.
Okay, there we go. I think we're back. Wow, I don't even remember what I was talking about. Selling stuff quickly, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, I didn't have the room for all that stuff.
Because you have to remember that every square foot of your store, it has a dollar tag on it. So every day that it's just sitting there is actually money now that you have to make back on that product. So if you can flip it fast, it costs you nothing on that shelf. So where you would make triple the money, it doesn't matter because you already made it. You can make room on that shelf for something else that's going to end up making.
Yeah, so we made some money. We got some extra stock.
We also left that way by us selling it for a lower price. The people that bought it are able to make money on it as well. And I think that's really important because you need to make sure that the community is helping each other. So if we had sold it for full price, then they wouldn't have had any room to make money. We made money, they'll make money. And I think that's...
Yeah, but usually we sell to the end, what we call an end user, which is the person who's the collector. In that case, we sold to another dealer. But We do wholesale out antiques to dealers and kind of on a regular basis. So if we, you know what I'm like, I go to a barn or something, and it's not like I just want to buy one thing. I'll just buy the whole thing, like that antique store or the Potter's house or anyway, all that stuff is gone. Um, somebody was asking next. I think that grass will be all nice and full and looking good. Now, I did have a friend. Oh, is it buffering right now?
It's buffering on mine, but I don't know if that's
okay.
For everybody. I haven't had.
We do have a friend. Okay, there we go. Are we back now? All right. I have a friend who's a realtor, and she wrote me the other day and said, I have a client who has a hoarder house they're looking to sell. And I kind of looked over at Melissa, and she gave me the look that she's giving me right now. That's the "Are you crazy"
no,
look.
that's not the look. It was more like this.
I was watching it in the camera. Yeah, that was the look.
I have the comments over my face and his.
Yeah. So, yeah, there's another house that's available. The people want to sell it, but they don't want to empty it. And I said, well, I might just buy it as is, you know? So who knows? Maybe we'll have a chance to do another one, but we'll see.
We'll see. It doesn't sound, I mean.
They haven't been overly eager showing me the house, probably because they're embarrassed. A lot of times people are embarrassed about the condition, but they don't understand. That doesn't scare me. Not much scares me. It's funny. Somebody said, one of our viewers wrote me on Facebook, and he said, I can tell from watching that digging video you don't like to get dirty. No, I'm a middle-aged dude. I have gone through the mud before. I'm like, am I gonna get myself all dirty over a $2 bottle? Nah, probably not.
But he's not like, if we went to, say, a transfer site, like where it goes before the dump, Alexander would be like right in the bin.
Certain
for
things.
sure.
If I think that there is, are you saying that okay?
Yeah, I'm saying you're not like, I'm not doing that.
No, like at the Potter's house, I was all through that.
Yeah, there's no way. Like when Alexander's working on cars and stuff, he comes in covered in stuff, and he won't even notice. He'll be like, let's go to wherever we're gonna go, and it's.
Well, I'm in working mode.
I know, but I'm just saying you're not.
What I guess what I'm saying is
you'll get dirty to get work done.
It has to. My cleanliness has to be sacrificed. It has to be worth something.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to go, man, but watching Zach was just plowing that dirt. He was just right in there. And then I gave him a ride in my car, and I have a white interior in the Buick. Oh, Zach.
Well,
we put like a towel down, and it actually left, like, it looked like somebody, when he got off of my seat, it looked like somebody emptied a flower pot onto my seat.
Well.
So,
there's that.
Yeah. I was like, man, because he goes, and I'm trying to convince him to do a YouTube channel too, because he goes off and he does this all the time.
That would be such a good YouTube channel.
I know. I'm trying to tell him, Zach, if you're watching, you should do it.
Yeah, you should. We'll even give you a hand getting it started.
Yeah. But, yeah, so he said he does it all the time. And I said, do you ever get, like, hassled by security people or by police, who are like, you know, you come out of a bush and you're all covered in mud?
I mean, that's content.
Yeah. He's like, all the time. They stop him, like, so, as he's like completely covered in mud head to toe, like walking across the university campus, he was saying that he got stopped by the university security guards, and they're like, so, did you just get off work or something? He's like, nope. Well, where'd you come from? The River Valley? Like, well, you sure gave them some, you know, vague answers. Okay, I would ask question too. If I saw somebody just emerge out of the woods with a shovel and they're all dirty, I'd be like, what now? But then you see his face, and he's like the happiest, nicest looking guy. But those are the ones you have to watch. No, he's nice.
Do we have any Bricklin right now?
Do we have a Bricklin?
No,
like the car?
Bricklin diecast.
Oh, diecast of the Bricklin vehicle. Mm-hmm. No, I don't have a diecast of the Bricklin.
We used to before, didn't we? Like at our old store.
No, the Bricklin is a Canadian sports car that has gull wings like the DeLorean. It's kind of a neat car if you've never seen it. It looks like somebody took a door wedge, you know, just a wedge, or a wedge of cheese, stuck wheels on it, and made gull wing doors. I think Scott has a Bricklin.
Oh, maybe that's what I'm thinking.
Our friend Scott had a Bricklin, I think. He doesn't have one anymore. But anyway, yeah. It's been a really busy last few days. I'm taking the week off from the store right now. I worked Friday, Saturday for Sean last week.
Oh, yeah. Whoever was asking, Alexander won't be there. Oh, wait, hold on.
I'll be in
Somebody
after
asked
weekend.
if you'll be there on Friday. You'll be there momentarily because that's when the ice cream's coming.
Yeah, I don't know what time I'll be there Friday, but I do have to meet the ice cream people. You don't want to anger the ice cream crowd. They'll show up
But
and
you're not usually there on Fridays.
he'll be like, "You're 5 minutes late," and he'll like take a scoop of ice cream and like smush it into with a cone, and I'll have like a cone nose.
You said
like,
thank you very much.
I don't think you'd want to anger people who. Anyway, I don't know what time I'm meeting him.
I wonder which one of you is viewing is from the farthest from us. We have a Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia is pretty far away.
Yeah, that's far.
Where are you guys from? Why don't you put up where you guys are from? Let's see where everybody's from.
I know I saw Utah. I know for sure Dave's in Edmonton.
Yeah, Dave and Bob are here.
Yeah. Oh, I did see Bob. Hey, Bob.
Victoria says, how close are you to Calgary? Well, we're in Edmonton.
We're 3 hours from Calgary.
Oh, yeah. I thought she was in Calgary, and I'm like, oh, well, maybe she didn't know we were. Yeah, Calgary's not that far
unless
from us.
she's in Melbourne.
New Zealand,
Norway,
Maryland, Indiana.
Austria.
Couple people in New Zealand. The Hat. Oh, Pegtooth, I didn't know you were from Medicine Hat.
I don't know how he doesn't know because you always comment
Oh,
from
yeah.
the hat.
Okay.
So
Detroit, where my ancestors were from. We've got West Virginia. Yeah.
Happy
I was in New York.
BC.
Never been to Australia. Would like
North
to go.
Carolina. We
Santa
haven't
Fe,
been like very far out of. We haven't been that
Northern
far.
California,
I mean, I guess we've been to Europe, but
Tennessee.
yeah. How are you reading all that?
Oh, I'm trying to. It's tough. Martha's Vineyard. Oh, fancy.
Still buffering. If you are still buffering, just hit the refresh on the top. If you're on your phone, just go out of the app, flick it out. You know, when you double click and then get rid of the extra page and then go back in.
Somebody
and it'll refresh.
was asking how close is our store to
Hawaii.
the Edmonton airport. To the operational airport that's there, quite far. Our airport in Edmonton is outside of city limits, so it's probably about a 40-minute or 45-minute drive from the airport to where my store is.
Yeah.
I
see, if they're visiting.
The reason that they put the airport so far out of town is that there's no height restrictions out in the country. So in terms of buildings and other things, they were running into challenges because our airport used to be right downtown, which would be minutes from my store, but they sold off the old airport is still there, and they converted the main airport structure into a university for Indigenous peoples, which is really cool. But the airstrip and the fields and everything, after they shut down the airport, it was used for car races for a while. What was it? Not Formula One racing. It was one racing. I'm having a mental breakdown. Oh, sorry. They did Can-Am racing back in the 70s, but it's now going to be turned into a neighborhood. Yeah. So, IndyCar. Thank you. Yeah. So it's gonna become a neighborhood with before too long. So we would have been really close to that. Oh, fun fact! You know how I found out? Do you know how Whoopi Goldberg got her name?
Is this like for sure?
This is for sure. Yeah. How do you think she got the nickname Whoopi?
Maybe she yelled it. Whoopee!
No, she got the nickname because she was performing on stage as a comedian, and she ate something that disagreed with her stomach, and they said she sounded like a whoopee cushion.
No.
Yes, I
What
swear.
is Goldberg's actual name?
Oh, I think it's Kate or Catherine or something.
Oh yeah, I think
somebody can fact check it, but anyway, yeah, they said that she sounded like a human whoopee cushion up on stage, so they called her Whoopi. Yeah, there's a fun fact. Oh, you guys know why Sting is called Sting, right? Karen, there we go. Oh, right. Thanks for being so genuine. Oh, yeah. Thank you very much. That's the easy part about doing this YouTube channel. We just get to just be us, which is nice.
Yeah, that's so much easier. Just being yourself requires no effort because you're just being yourself.
Let's see. Okay, Sting is called Sting because one of his bands prior to the Police, he showed up wearing a yellow and black sweater, and they thought he looked like a bee, and he got the nickname Sting. Yeah, there you go.
My name means honeybee. And all the Melissas out there and Melissas know because they would send me a little bee icon.
Oh, Whoopi Goldberg's real name is Karen Johnson. There you go. Thank you, guys.
Karen.
Yeah, it's funny. You hear about that kind of stuff. I did not get the sink from the woods.
Oh, thank you. You know what? I couldn't remember the question. I was trying to remember. Yeah, what happened to the sink?
That was a little bit of a different video for me. I kind of did one before with my friend Greg. I don't know if you like that kind of thing where we go out and dig up stuff.
So many people said you got another one.
You guys like that one? Incidentally, the reason why I wasn't really, worried at the bones that I found there, they looked to me like to be cow or pig or something. And it was confirmed later. I had a butcher, right? And he's like, that's pork round and something else. He knew what it was. Like, no.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. There were a couple butchers that knew exactly what it was.
Yeah.
I don't think we have riots right now.
What?
In to stand up for that are
here. It's
well,
like,
not normal, but we don't have riots.
yeah, fortunate. I mean, it's normal in the sense that you can go for a walk and it is like normal. But where were we? What were we talking about? Somebody said we lost sound. I don't know if you guys can hear us or not.
I think there's, you know what I think it is because a lot of places, especially in Canada. Is your battery full?
Everything's fine.
It's just the connection. Oh wait, I'm talking.
Okay. There we go. So guys, we seem to have a bit of a connection issue tonight, so we'll probably cap it off pretty soon here. Anyway, I'm really glad that you guys joined us today. We've had rainstorms like crazy all day long, like really big storms, and it's supposed to be raining again soon, so it's probably affecting the connection a little bit. That said, have a happy Independence Day in a few days. Wishing you nothing but the best. Meanwhile, on Friday, I will be going to my store and meeting an ice cream man. That sounds like fun, right? How cool is that? As the child version of me would be so excited to know that I am now the ice cream man.
The adult version of him is excited that he's.
I'm excited. I now get. I was like, I get wholesale ice cream. And I was
Which
like,
ice cream are you most excited that we're getting in?
I just think that it's the variety, you know, like when you walk up to the window of an ice cream truck and you're like, oh, I don't know what to pick. That's going to be our store. The kids in the I'm excited because the kids in my neighborhood are going to be excited, and the parents and families will have some place to go, and it'll be nice. We have a park across the street, a playground across the street, a community hall. It's going to be wonderful. So yeah, and what's even better about that is that they actually give you a loaner freezer, so I don't even have to buy a freezer.
I'm glad we didn't go out. We were looking into it. I'm glad we didn't go ahead and, get a freezer.
Yeah. So anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching today's episode. I'll update you once we get the ice cream all set up and with the patio that's happening. And I'm going on a pick tomorrow morning. I forgot to tell you.
Oh.
I'm going on a pick tomorrow morning. So I'll probably end up going and finding some cool stuff tomorrow. You never know. It's back out to the country, about a half hour out of town, and hopefully find some cool things. But thank you so much for watching, guys. Have a wonderful night, and we'll see you all soon. Bye for now.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.